This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one-of-its-kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sfurti, shakti and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.
Hello, Namaskar. Good evening, India, especially Orissa, and good morning, United States. Welcome to Storytellers Cafe, another edition on this Sunday evening in India and Sunday morning brunch with stories on Storytellers Cafe. I'm your host, Usha Venkatraman. Sit back, switch off all your devices, and enjoy the stories. Today we have a special episode. You'll be listening to a story in English and a special story in Odia. Because our guest is from the beautiful state of Orissa, east of India, the state which is famous for the Jagannath temple as well as the Konark temple, the Sun temple of Konark. And one more thing, I think you have the wonderful lake there. So we will let our guest talk about what is Orissa famous for. And also I know that they have a wonderful international storytelling festival, but more about it later. I would like to start with a small Sufi tale. Once a merchant from Baghdad entered a shop which had essential jars and oils on the shelves. Marveling at the beauty of the place, he asked the shopkeeper, "Sir, what is sold here?" The Sufi replied, "Gifts of God." The merchant was surprised with the answer and asked, "And how much do they cost?" "Nothing. Here everything is free," said the Sufi, observing carefully that the traveler could see the labels. The labels read as jugs of love, jars of faith, and packages of hope. The merchant said, "A big jug of love for me, all the packages of hope, and 3 jars of faith for me, my friends, and my family. I would like you to pack these for me and bill them." The Sufi carefully prepared the order and handed him a small box. Surprised, the merchant exclaimed, but, sir, I think you made a mistake. How can everything I have asked for be in this tiny little wooden box?" Smiling, the Sufi replied, "In God's store, we do not sell fruits, only seeds. You have to sow them." So, friends, in Storytellers Cafe, we bring you stories. We give you seeds of hope and we let you nurture the stories, reflect on them, think about it, and act on them. That's what a story does. Well, our guest tonight is from the wonderful state of Orissa, from the beautiful city of Bhubaneswar. Prachi Tara Mishra is our guest tonight. Prachi was a journalist and an anchor who became transformed into a storyteller. Is the first and best known professional storyteller based in Odisha. I think now they call it Odisha, like all the states have changed names. Prachi is equally comfortable in narrating and performing stories in English, Hindi, as well as her mother tongue, Odia. She wants to focus on the promotion of her native tongue, Odia. With over 1,300 subscribers to her YouTube channel, which is called Prachi Tara Story, Prachi has channeled herself through every platform available to promote storytelling. She started as an All India radio artist, a well known Doordarshan anchor. Her articles and poems have been published in leading India magazines. While organizing theatre workshops, dance, and music programs for children in New Delhi, Chennai, and Bhubaneswar, Prachi received immense popularity in the surrounding social circle. She was also a junior fellow of the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Prachi has left no stone unturned with her live sessions in different schools for adults, children, senior citizens, workshops for kids, training sessions for teachers, counseling sessions for parents through storytelling. She has carved her own niche and climbed to great heights in the past years. She has recently started her own podcast show on Spotify called Prachi Katha. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to bring our guest tonight on to StreamYard studio. Welcome, Prachi.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. I'm so overwhelmed to such a warm description of my introduction. So I have to live up to those descriptions that you have already told about me. I'm so happy and so glad. I feel this is an opportunity for me, for people of Orissa to be on this international platforms where I can share stories, I can tell about my state, my people, and I can connect with my people as long as my stories with other people as well. So I'm so
Yes,
happy to bridge the gap.
Prachi, we have an Odia channel at Bharat FM. So the Indian diaspora based in the United States would love to listen to a story in your native tongue. Last week, we had a wonderful storyteller from Chennai who told a story in chaste Tamil. So we are also having storytellers regaling stories in the native tongue, like Telugu and Marathi and other Indian languages. So Prachi, let's start with you. My question to all my tellers is, you were an anchor at
Yes.
Doordarshan. You are also a journalist. How did you wear the garb of a storyteller? How
Yeah,
did it
that's.
happen?
I'm so glad. Once while I was in Chennai with my family, that time I saw Jiva Raghunathan Man, the veteran storyteller, performing story. I think that was around 2009 or 10. So that time I didn't know. Till that time I didn't know storytelling could be taken as a profession. After watching her performances and the hall was fully packed, I also took two of my kids there. I was so overwhelmed to see, and I realized, oh, this is my thing. Even this I do, but a professional way. I just do it in my circle, my surrounding, people around me, taking up kids and sitting together and narrating them stories with a lot of expressions and all. So that was my first impression of storytelling to as a profession to take it up. So while working as a journalist in Bhubaneswar, because life has its ups and downs, after some tragedy in my life, personal life, I came back to my hometown again with two of my smaller kids. That time when I worked as a full-time journalist with the New Indian Express, That time, the government program Rahagiri and Pathosya, we do storytelling early in the morning, sitting on the road and narrating stories to whoever was coming to that time. That was my another experience of telling stories. When I started narrating stories, I suddenly realized, right, I'm telling it with so much of enthusiasm and passion. Even the adults who were passing by, they could stand like this and they would listen. And they, once I finish the story, they will pass by. So then I realized, oh, this is I'm also enjoying. And slowly, I started doing volunteering for storytelling. Then slowly it took it up as a profession. That was that the profession clicked me after Buffesto has happened here in Bhubaneswar. That Bhubaneswar International Storytelling Festival, which was conducted here in Bhubaneswar as a part of Hockey World Cup in 2018. Yes,
Okay.
that time all the international storytellers like so famous names like Paula Martin, from Kenya, Wangari Grace, and from India, different parts of India also there are storytellers, and from Thailand, from different parts of the country, and I was the one. Luckily, I got that opportunity to share the same stage with all these veteran and celebrated storytellers. So I took it up as a challenge because I belong to Odisha and I had those things in my mind. They are so well, so professionally already trained and doing it for 20 years, 30 years, and I have to at least do something some way that people won't feel I am lagging behind, so behind. So luckily, it got immense popularity, lot of appreciation, and parents' response was too high. So that has made me to take it as a profession. Why not? Someone has to start somewhere. So in Odisha, no one was doing storytelling as a full time career till I started. So I'm so happy I could take up that much of courage to start a new thing in my hometown. That was the beginning.
Wonderful.
So to
Prachi,
create that thing, I started YouTube channel first.
oh,
Okay, there was a dialogue within myself how to start, how to make people know you in Odia stories are there. How can I reach people, those who are already outside, scattered every part of the world? So I decided to start with my YouTube channel where I uploaded a fresh story every Friday.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, Prachi. I have heard some of your stories, and you delve into a lot of myths, Indian myths, and legends. And that is wonderful because I too started my career by telling stories from Indian mythology. It's my favorite. I love stories, and they have such wisdom, and of course, folk tales.
Yes.
So, as you know, the USP of Storytellers Cafe is to listen to stories. So, could we have a story from you first, and then we will have some conversations after that? While
Yes.
others
Yes.
can pick up their cup of tea or coffee, something, sit back, enjoy the stories.
Yes,
Stage is
sure.
yours.
Yes. So I will start with the story. This is Nepalese folktale I picked for today. So shall I start now? Yes. Long time ago, long time ago, in a far away land, far, but not very far away land. Yes, there lived an old man named Burung. Burung was, mm, yes, you guessed it right. He was a woodcutter. He would go to the woods every day, jungle every day. He would cut the trees and make a bundle of oats and put it on his head and walk back home. Then he would sell it in the market and make his living out of it. This was what Burung used to do every day. One fine day, when Burung was coming back from his work, he was really tired and exhausted. He thought, I'm so old and I have to work so hard. Oh, let me take some rest. He kept the bundle of fruits down and searched for somewhere so that he can drink some water. So he found, oh, there, I found one stream. Let me go there. Uh, 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 uh. Now the stream was flowing. He started drinking water from the stream. Ah, oh, I'm so tired. When would death will come? How long until I die? Just at that point of time, death has arrived. Yes. What happened? You called me? Huh? I called you. Who are you? Don't know me. I'm Death. Just now you called me. Yes, tell me. Ah, go. I'm so tired. I didn't call you. Even I don't know you. How can you say that? Listen, I'm Death. Just now you called me. Ha! Joking. He's telling me he's dead. Ha! Must be joking. You don't believe. You don't believe what I say. Okay, wait. Look, there one lady is taking bath. Can you see? Just look. Why did you kill her? Why did you kill her? Don't worry. Her time had already come, you know. So now you understood? I am Death. Now you called me. Tell me, why did you call me? This time, Burung has realized actually that person is Death. And he got terrified. He already called him. He didn't know what to do. But Burung was at the same point of time little clever. So he said, yeah. I remember I called him. You can see, I'm such an old person. I got exhausted carrying all these oats home. Can you just help me? I called him for that. Yes, help me while going to home. You called me for this. Okay. But next time I'm warning you, don't call me for all these silly things. I have a lot more things to do, more important works to do. Yes, I know. Can we just go home? Please help me. So Guru was little clever, so he managed escape from death. Otherwise, what he had seen, death could immediately smash anyone within a fraction of a second. He got terrified. Now on the way to home, Burung started talking with death and made it very comfortable. Then he also asked, but can you just tell me, I have to live for how many day, month, or how many years? I'll be living, na? I have life for some few years or some months or days or what? I have no idea. Can you tell me? Wait. So after reaching home, they took out this one big size copy, old torn out pages now. Your name is Burung, right? Burung. Burung, you're going to live for another 1, 2, 3. You have 5 more years to live. Enjoy your life. So now I'm leaving. Don't call me for any silly things. See you after 5 years. After saying this, Burung left. Death left. What to do now? Now Burung already knows his time of death. What to do? Though he was old by that time, he didn't want to die. He thought of playing some trick so that he can escape death. But what to do? What to do? What to do? Yes, idea! I will build a strong and very strong house. Even no wind, no air, no rain can destroy the house. And no, I'm not saying that. Let me build the house first. So Burung tried very hard for those 5 years, bringing the strongest of wood from the jungle and taking all the help and spending all the wealth, building the strongest house, a new house. And it took him no less than 5 years. Yes, it just got finished within close to 5 years. Yes. He cannot take my life now. I will live for more years. So, just when 5 years completed, again, death arrived. Burung, your time has come. Come. Let's go. Burung said, you are so particular about timing. You are so very punctual. And you don't forget anything. How is it possible? You remember everyone's timing of death. I'm not allowed to do that. That's my job, to remember everyone's life and death, So let's go without wasting the time. Oh, listen. We will go. But do one thing, I have built a very beautiful house. Just have a look. Once have a look, then I'll go with it. Then you do whatever you want to do with me. Okay, let's go. Quickly, let's go to your new house and see. And this time, Burung and Death walked towards the new house. And the moment they reached there, you really made a very good house within these 5 years, huh? I'm really impressed. You're a very hardworking person. I'm really impressed. Why don't you go inside? Let's go inside and see. Inside also very exciting. Come. Both of them went inside the house. And that time, while Death was looking around, just at that time, Burung went out and closed the door from outside and locked it from outside. And Death suddenly turned back and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, duck. Open the door, duck. Open the door. What are you doing? Joking? You're mad, man." I think you must be very tired, Mr. Death. Take rest there for some time. I don't want to die now. I want to live more. You take rest. You've done a lot of work. By saying so, happily, Burung left. And Death was locked inside the house. Now days, months, and years passed. One thing has happened. Many babies were born, but no one was dying. And population increased. There became scarcity of food, water, space. The condition of people became miserable and nobody knew what went wrong. For so gods in the heaven didn't realize what has happened, why people's condition has suddenly go down. Then all of them went to Lord of Lords, Lord Vishnu, and they prayed, "Oh Lord, save the earth from this miserable condition. Save people." Vishnu also didn't realize, where is death? Why no one is dying? Let me check. What was his last visit? Then Vishnu checked with his magical power and get to know, okay, death has visited last to Burun's place. From there he got vanished. And from then onwards, no one is dying. Let me go down and check the problem. Then Vishnu came down to meet Buru. By that time, Buru was totally energyless. He was more skinny by that time. He didn't have any energy to talk, to walk, to stand, to even open his eye. Vishnu suddenly came and said, "Hey, you such an old person, you still want to live? You don't want to die? Why are you living then? Why don't you die?" What to do? Don't have the energy to work. What are you saying? Okay. Then Vishnu sprinkled some magical water on the old man Buru, so that he got back some energy and eyesight and to walk and to see and to speak. I have locked it in my new house and I have no energy to go work and unlock them. So my condition is also like this. I don't want to live anymore. Oh, that is the problem. Let's go to your house. Then both of them went to the new house. Buru unlocked the house and opened the door. And to their surprise, Death was also lying on the floor, energyless. He saw Vishnu and said, "Oh Lord, save me, save me. I cannot take anyone's life anymore. Please forgive me. I don't want to do this job. Look at my condition." Vishnu said, "Oh, don't worry, don't worry. Wait a while. Listen, listen. For this universe to run, all of us have been assigned different job to do. And what you are doing is a noble job. You are taking people's life so that new lives can blossom. New lives can flourish so that you are keeping a balance on earth. Don't hesitate to do that. You have to do that. That's your job." "But how can I do that when people do this to me? They don't like me killing themselves, killing them, taking their lives." Okay. So we have to get a solution to it. So from today onwards, you can see all the people, but no one can see you. Is that fine? Yes. That will work for me. That will work for me, my Lord. And from that day onwards, death can see us, but no one can see death. Thank you so much. That was my story of death, and this was a Nepalese folktale. And I got to read this story. This story has been translated. My father-in-law, he was a great literature and renowned person of Orissa as well, Professor Ganeshwar Mishra, to Odia. I got this story, picked this story from his book.
Wonderful, wonderful, Prachi. What a lovely story. I have heard this story or read this story because I had done a session on death appreciation, and I had come across the story where death then gets the boon that he will not be seen by anyone, but he can see everyone. This was very lovely, very well enacted, and in your story, you dramatized it and told it, and acted out the part of this farmer, Brigu, right? Brigu,
Burung. Burung.
Burug, Burug,
Burung. Burung.
Burug, and a death. Beautifully done, very nicely. What an interesting story, Prachi. Wonderful.
Thank
Moving
you.
on, Prachi, I wanted to ask you that now you've started a Spotify, you have a
Yes.
podcast. So could you tell our viewers a little bit about it, and then we can move on to the story in Odia?
Yes, I was so happy to tell all the viewers I have a podcast in Spotify, Prachi Katha. There are 6 episodes. The story I have uploaded that's written by me also, very woman empowered story, a story which allows all of us to live so harmoniously. We all can live with all our wishes, being not being harmed by anyone else. So that story I have uploaded in Odia, Khola Akasa, and 6 episodes are there. We are planning to make it a web series or short film. That's the first offer I have got from one of the directors. They found the story very interesting, very bold character of this the woman-centric story, the protagonist. But it's not shown in a bold way, very subtle way shown in the story, the character. But if you analyze the character, you'll find okay, women, if they're given some freedom, some space from their near and dear ones and the society, they can do wonders. And the story has a social message as well, because in the story end, they are actually taking care of an old age home, which is happening, which is the reality of today's lifestyle. So that is my Spotify, and I'm coming up with all Odia classic stories in my Spotify. Very soon, I'll be releasing one by one all classic Odia stories, short stories of
Wonderful.
legendary writers. Yes.
Wonderful. To all the listeners, let me refresh you that you are listening to Prachi Tara Mishra from Bhubaneswar, Orissa, India. She's our guest tonight on Storytellers Cafe. Prachi just finished telling us a wonderful Nepali folk tale about death. And Prachi, can you tell us a little bit about the story that you're going to tell in Odia? Give a little outline, and then the stage is yours. Or if you want to
This
talk
is
about it later, that's also up to you.
um, okay. We'll start the story and later I'll tell you. We'll start the
Oh,
story, and after the story, I'll tell one liner about the story.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, ସବୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଶୁଣୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ସ୍ୱାଗତ ଆଜିର ଏଇ ଭାରତ ଏଫଏମ୍ କୁ। ମୁଁ ପୁରୁଣା ଷ୍ଟୋରି ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ ମନେ ପକେଇ ଦଉଛି। କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ ସମସ୍ତେ ଛୁଆବେଳେ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ, ଜାଣିଥିବେ। ଆଉ ଥରେ କରିବା ସେଇ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା, ପୁଣି ଥରେ ମନେ ପକେଇବା, ବହୁତ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ। ବହୁତ ଦିନ ତଳେ ଗୋଟେ ବୁଢ଼ୀଟେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଘର ଓଳଉଥିଲା, ଗୋଟେ କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି ପାଇଲା। କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି, କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜିକୁ ଦେଲା ପୋତି, ଆଉ ତା ପରଦିନ କହିଲା, କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜିରେ କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି, କାଲିକୁ ଯଦି 2 ପତ୍ର ନ ହେଇଥିବୁ ନା ତତେ କାଟି ପକେଇବି। କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି କଣ କରିଥାନ୍ତା? କଣ କରିଥାନ୍ତା? ତା ପରଦିନ ସକାଳୁ ଉଠିକି ବୁଢୀ ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ସତକୁ ସତ 2 ପତ୍ର ହେଇଯାଇଛି କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି। ବୁଢୀ ମନ ଭାରି ଖୁସି। ता परदिन पानी देला बेलକୁ କହିଲା ଏଇ ଦି ପତ୍ର କାଲିକୁ ଯଦି ଗଜା ନ ହେଇଛୁ ନା ତାହେଲେ ତତେ ରଜାଘର ପୋଖରୀରେ ପୋତି ପକେଇବି। କଲରା ମଞ୍ଜି ବି ତା ପରଦିନ ବୁଢୀକୁ ଡରିକି ଗଜା ହେଇକି ମଞ୍ଜି ବାହାରି ପଡିଲା। ତା ପରଦିନ ସେମିତି ବୁଢୀ ଧମକେଇ ଧମକେଇ ଗଛ ପୁରା ଲତା ହେଇକି ମାଡିଗଲା ଚାରିଆଡେ। ଆଉ ତା ଦେହରେ ଗୋଟେ କଲରାଟେ ଓଳିକି ଝୁଲିଲା। ସେ କଲରାଟାକୁ ବୁଢୀ ତୋଳିଲାନି, ବୁଢୀ ରଖିଲା ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପାଚୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପାଚୁ। ଆଉ ସେଇ କଲରାକୁ ଦେଖିକି ଯେତେବେଳେ ପାଚିକି ଲାଲ ଟହଟ ହେଲା ଗୋଟେ କୁଆ ଆସିକି ବସିଲା। ଆଉ କୁଆ କହିଲା ମୁଁ ତତେ ଖାଇବି। କଲରା କହିଲା ନା 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 ତୁ ମତେ ଖାଇପାରିବୁନି, ଯା ସେ ବୁଢୀକୁ ଆଗ ପଚାରିକି ଆ। ସେଠୁ ବୁଢୀ ପାଖକୁ ଯାଇକି କୁଆଟି କହିଲା କାହିଁ ଏମିତି କା କା ହଉଛୁ, କଣ ହେଲା? ମତେ କଲରାଟା ଦେ ଖାଇବା ପାଇଁ। ହା ଯା ଯା ଯା, ତୋର ଆଗ ଥଣ୍ଟଟା ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସେଟାକୁ ଧୋଇକି ଆ। ତୋ ଥଣ୍ଟଟା ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଧୋଇକି ଆସେ ତାପରେ ଖାଇବୁ। କୁଆ ଖୁସି ହେଇଗଲା, ଯାଉଛି ଥଣ୍ଟ ଏଇନେ ଧୋଇକି ଆସେ। ଉଡି 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 ଗଲା ଆଉ କୂଅ ପାଖରେ ଯାଇକି ପହଞ୍ଚିକି କହିଲା ଦେ କୂଅ ଦେ ପାଣି, ଦେ ତମ ଦେ ପାଣି, ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲରା ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। କୂଅ କହିଲା ହଁ ହଁ ପାଣି ଦେବି ଯେ ଆଗେ ମାଠିଆଟେ ତ ନେଇକି ଆସେ। ମାଠିଆ କୋଉଠୁ ଆଣିବି? ଯାଏ କୁମ୍ଭାର ପାଖକୁ। ସେଠୁ କାଉ ଉଡି ଉଡି ଗଲା। କୁମ୍ଭାର ସେଠୁ କଣ କରୁଥିଲା? କୁମ୍ଭାର ମାଠିଆ ଗଢୁଥିଲା। କୁମ୍ଭାରକୁ କହିଲା ଦେ କୁମ୍ଭାର ଦେ ମାଠିଆ, ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ମାଠିଆ ଦେବି କୋଉଠୁ? ମାଟି କାଇଁ? ମାଟି ସବୁ ସରିଯାଇଛି। ଯା 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 ହିଡରୁ ମାଟି ନେଇକି ଆ, ତାପରେ ମାଠିଆ ଦେବି। ଏଥର କୁଆ କଣ କରିବ? ବିଚରା ଉଡି 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 ପୁଣି ହିଡ ପାଖକୁ ଗଲା। ହିଡକୁ ପୁଣି କହିଲା ଦେ ହିଡ ଦେ ମାଟି, ବଡ କୁମ୍ଭାର ମାଠିଆ ଗୋଟି, ଦିଏ ପାଣି ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଏଥର ହିଡ କହିଲା ଆରେ ଠିକ ଅଛି ମାଟି ଦେବି, ତୁ ଯା କୋଉଥିରେ ମାଟି ଦେବି କୋଉଥିରେ ଦେବି, ଯା ମିରିଗଠୁ ସିଂହ ନେଇକି ଆସିବୁ। ସିଂହ ସିଂହ ମିରିଗଠୁ ସିଂହ ଆଣିଲେ ସେଇଥିରେ ମାଟି ଦେବି। ଓହୋ କୁଆ ଏଥର ପୁଣି ଉଡି ଉଡି ଗଲା। ଦେ ମିରିଗ ଦେ ସିଂହ, ଦଉ ହିଡ ଦଉ ମାଟି ନଉ କୁମ୍ଭାର ବଡୁ ମାଠିଆ ଦଉ କୂଅ ଦଉ ପାଣି ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଖାଇ ଖାଇ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଏତେ ବାଟ ଆସିଲାଣି କୁଆ ଥକି ଗଲାଣି। ଏଥର ମିରିଗ କହିଲା ମୁଁ ସିଂହ ଥିବି ଯେ ପେଟରେ ଭାରି ଭୋକ, ମତେ ଟିକେ କ୍ଷୀର ଆଣିଦେ ପିଇବା ପାଇଁ। ଯା କାଳିଗାଈଠୁ କ୍ଷୀର ଟିକେ ଆଣେ, କ୍ଷୀର ପିଇଲେ ମୁଁ ତତେ ସିଂହ ଦେବି। କୁଆ ବିଚରା ଥକି ଗଲାଣି କିନ୍ତୁ କଲରା ଖାଇବାର ଲୋଭଟା ତ ଛାଡି ପାରୁନି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ଗଲା ପୁଣି ଉଡି ଉଡି। ଆରେ ଏ କାଳିଗାଈ ଦେ ଦୁଧ, ପିଉ ମିରିଗ ଦଉ ସିଂହ ନଉ ହିଡ ଦଉ ମାଟି ଗଡୁ କୁମ୍ଭାର କଳସ ଗୋଟି ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଏଥର କାଳିଗାଈ କହିଲା ଦେବି 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 ଦେବି, ତତେ ଦୁଧ ଦେବି, ତତେ କ୍ଷୀର ଦେବି, କିନ୍ତୁ ତୁ ଯା ଆଗେ ଟିକେ କଅଁଳିଆ ଛନଛନିଆ ଘାସ କାଟିକି ଆଣିବୁ। ଘାସ ଟିକେ ଖାଇଲେ ମୁଁ ତତେ ଭଲ କିନା କ୍ଷୀର ଦେବି। କୁଆ ସେତେବେଳକୁ ଥକି ଗଲାଣି କିନ୍ତୁ ମନେ ପଡିଗଲା କଲରା ପାଚିଲା ଖାଇବ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ କଷ୍ଟ କରିଦେଲେ ହବ। ଏଥର ପୁଣି ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଗଲା। ଧାଇଁ 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 ଯାଇକି କାହା ପାଖରେ ବସିଲା? ଘାସ ପାଇଁ ବିଲକୁ ଗଲା। ବିଲକୁ କହିଲା ଦେ ବିଲ ଦେ ଘାସ, ଖାଉ କାଳି ଗାଈ ଦଉ ଦୁଧ, ଦେଉ ମିରିଗ ଦଉ ସିଂହ, ଦଉ ବିଲ ଦଉ ମାଟି, ଗଡୁ ମାଠିଆ କଳସ ଗୋଟି, ଦୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଆରେ 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 ଆରେ, ହଁ ଘାସ ନବୁ, କିନ୍ତୁ କେମିତି ନବୁ ଘାସ? ଘାସ କାଟିବା ପାଇଁ ଦାଟେ ତ ଆଣେ। ଯା 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 କମର ପାଖରୁ ଦାଟେ ଆଣେ, ସେଇଥିରେ ଘାସ କାଟିକି ନବୁ। ଏଥର ଗଲା ଉଡି 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 କୁଆ କମାର ପାଖରେ କହିଲା କମାର ତାର କାମ କରୁଛି ନିଆଁରେ, ଦାହା ବଜଉଛି, ନିଆଁରେ ସବୁ ଲୁହା କାମ କରୁଛି, ନିଆଁ ହୁତ୍ ହୁତ୍ କିନା ଜଳୁଛି। ସେଇଠି କୁଆଟା ବସିକି ଏ କଣ ହଉଛି, କାହିଁକି ଏତେ ଚିଲଉଛୁ, ରହ କାମ କରେଇ ଦଉନୁ, ମତେ ଗୋଟେ ଦା ଦେ, ହେ କମାର ଦେ ଦା, କାଟେ ଘାସ, ଦଉ କାଳି ଗାଈ ଦଉ ଦୁଧ, ଖାଉ ମିରିଗ ଦଉ ସିଂହ, ନଉ ବିଲ ଦଉ ମାଟି, ନଡୁ କୁମ୍ଭାର କଳସ ଗୋଟି, ପିଏ ପାଣି ଧୁଏ ଥଣ୍ଟ, ଧାଇଁ ଧାଇଁ ଖାଏ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ତୋର ତାହେଲେ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ ଖାଇବାର ଲୋଭ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମତେ ରଖେଇ ବସେଇ ଦଉନୁ, କାମ କରି ଦଉନୁ, ଆଉ ନେ ଏଇ ଦାଟି ନେ। ଏତିକି କହିକି ପୁରା ଗରମ ଲାଲ ଲାଲ ଟକ୍ ଟକ୍ ଦାଟା ତାକୁ ବଢେଇ ଦେଇଲା। ଆଉ ପୁଅ ତାକୁ ପାଟିରେ ଯେମିତି ଧରିଛି କରିକି ମରିଗଲା। ମୋ କଥାଟି ସଇଲା, ଫୁଲ ଗଛଟି ମଇଲା। ଏଇଠି ରହିଲା ଆଜିର ଏଇ କାହାଣୀ କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ। ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସୋ ମଚ୍। ଆଉ ଏଇ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଆପଣମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ପିଲାବେଳେ ନିହାତି ଭାବରେ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ, ମନେ ଥିବ। ଆଜି ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଏଇ କାହାଣୀଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଲି, କଲୁରୀ ବେଣ୍ଟ ଷ୍ଟୋରି। This is a very famous, well-known Odia folk tale, which been, I think, when we all were kids, we knew this story. I don't know whether this today's generation children, do they know this story or not. That's why I shared this story. Whoever would listen, they will recollect their childhood days also.
Wonderful, Prachi. I really enjoyed it. Of course, do not speak Odia or understand, but one could follow the flow of the story. I know Crow was the main protagonist and
Yes,
he was
yes.
flying. And was the crow meeting other animals in the story?
Yeah, the crow actually, bitter gourd was eager to eat that bitter gourd. So the old lady asked the crow to clean his beak. So he
Oh,
went to well to ask for water, and well told, "Get me a pot." So he went to again the potter to get a pot. Potter said, "You bring me some soil because it's over. So mitti lekar aao." Then went to land. He asked the land to give him some soil. Then the land said, "How will you plow the soil? Go and get the horn from the deer." This way the story flows, and at the end, because he got hold of that very from fire, he took out that knife called dad, from which you cut the grass and take it, so that he could put it in the beak, and he died. Because of that, the crow died. So that
okay.
was the story. And throughout the song, the rhymes has been repeated throughout. This
Yes,
becomes very
yes,
interesting for children also to listen, because
absolutely.
adding two lines every time. So it sounds like a rap song also. All the time you
Yeah,
are two
we
lines.
call this a chain story,
Yes,
so children
yes,
love it.
yes.
One follows and the other sequence, and then,
Yes,
so it's a beautiful
yes.
story. Lovely.
When
I
we
really
stand
enjoyed
and
it.
do and roam around the total hall, the auditorium, and all that becomes very exciting for the children as well.
It is such a pleasure to listen to stories in the native tongue. More than English, I have started enjoying stories, even if I don't understand the language, because the way the story is narrated, one can just see that the storyteller is in the story and enjoying telling the story. And there is a pleasure, there is a freedom when you speak your mother tongue and tell the story. Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing this. And I'm sure all our viewers um, who are from Orissa, who understand Odia, would have really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you
the Orissa language script is like Bengali because you're bordered by Andhra Pradesh to the south and then to the north by Bengal, east by Bihar, west by Bihar. So, what is Odia language? I mean, what is
Odia
there?
language, yes, little bit similarities with Bengali. We can understand Bengali very easily, and Bengalis do understand our language. And all those Hindi-speaking people also, they take the gist of my stories as well. When I was in Delhi, I stayed Delhi for more than 7, 8 years. Even Delhi-speaking, Hindi-speaking people, they understand Odia very easily because the origin is Sanskrit. Odia language, the words have been picked from Sanskrit. Like in Hindi, खाना खा लो जैसे बोलते हैं खाना खा लो तो उड़िया में भी बोलते हैं खाइबा खाई दे. So the origin is same. So many of my friends, those non-Odia speaking friends and people also, they do follow and they understand many stories from my YouTube channel also telling yes, absolutely we can, though not word by word, but they understand the theme, the essence and actual story behind what I'm saying because the similarities are there. Yes, for South Indian people, it would be very difficult to understand Odia as the language is difficult for us to understand. As I stayed in North and in Chennai also, I am little more acquainted with language and people and their culture. So I enjoyed knowing other people's culture and traditions, and I start comparing. Okay, hamara yah, this one is ours, and that one is their culture, and there is always a similarity at some point of time. And celebrating the same festival for different reason we show in different parts of India. So that is our unique thing in India. We celebrate the same festival, but we show the reason differently.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's absolutely true. Prachi, we've really enjoyed listening to your stories. Like I said, Storytellers Cafe is to listen to stories. And now we are bringing in stories in the native tongue. So, and not next week, probably the week after next, you would get to listen to a story in Telugu, you know. So,
That's a
what
beautiful
what are
thing.
your, sorry,
That's I would like to add something. That's a beautiful
sure.
thing and very good thing you have initiated this because I believe because I am also more giving more emphasis on my language. Why? Because if I'm Odia and I'm a storyteller, if I'm not doing it in Odia, who else will do it in Odia? So for Hindi and English storytelling, all are doing. But even if we all do it in Hindi or English, we must do something to for our language also. Then only the language will retain and we can preserve our language and spread it to the next generation because world is English, everything happening in English. We have to accept that. Along with that, we must do our part, our role.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. To keep
Yes,
our mother tongue alive and to
yes,
sustain it,
yes,
storytellers should promote stories
yes,
in the native tongue. Yes.
yes.
Prachi, how has the pandemic treated you as a storyteller? Before we end our session, we would like to know in the pandemic how things have been and moving forward, what are your plans? If you could just tell us in brief about it.
Thankfully, before pandemic, I was already in digital platform. I was completely occupied with my YouTube work, shooting, editing, and uploading. All that was there. And this pandemic has taught us how we can conduct sessions and interact with each one of us on digital mode. And virtually now the world is open for all of us. So I have attended many online sessions, learned myself also to update myself, attended. That was become possible because of this pandemic. Otherwise, no one was thinking earlier, yeah, I can attend one Scottish storytellers workshop I could have attended because they would have done it there only. No one has thought of doing this like this. So many things have happened, and we also got an opportunity to watch many veteran storytellers and on. And during this pandemic, as all the people have come to digital mode, those who were not there earlier also, lot of competition is also there. Competition level has gone up high. Second thing is, thank always for us, like you all are veteran storytellers. For you, we have a lot of to learn from you. You all have already established, celebrated, and veterans. So we are. I count myself one among the beginners. And my trial is to be there on each platform. So I'm starting on this Friday. I will post my first 1 minute story on Instagram. So I want to touch every platform where I can share different kind of stories, and I can put impact on different kind of people who all are there, and in podcast as well, in Instagram and in YouTube. And love for life thing will always be there. That would be the highest thing, highest satisfaction we get as a storyteller, as a performer storyteller when we perform live. So this pandemic has affected, but thankfully there is work to read, to do homework, to study, to watch others, to learn. Like that is going on.
Thank you, Prachi. Yes, of course. And I wish you all the best in all your new endeavors. And that's wonderful 1 minute story. You will see Prachi's social media handles on the page. So please go and look at that, and we will try and put it on the chat box. As you know that this is a recorded session, but do drop in your comments. We would like to hear from you. Please do that and let us know from where you're watching. And we would appreciate feedback from our listeners, and that what feeds our creativity. So I would request all the viewers and listeners on YouTube as well as on the Bharat FM Facebook page to drop in your comments. As you know, Prachi, we also have a Bharat FM YouTube channel. So Storytellers Cafe is there, and at any point of time, if you miss the session, say at 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning in United States, or in India at 9 p.m. Sunday night, you can always go back to the YouTube or to the Facebook page and log on to the Storytellers Cafe and listen to the stories at leisure. It's been a pleasure to host you, Prachi.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. I feel honored to be on this platform. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I'm telling this. And I really feel so overwhelmed. I'm so energized. I'll do more into storytelling.
Absolutely. Please, that's the way forward. And I wish you all the best. Storytellers Cafe and Bharat FM wishes you all the best. So, good evening, friends. Great morning in the United States. I hope you enjoyed listening to Storytellers Cafe. And our guest today was Prachi Tara Mishra from Bhubaneswar, Orissa. And I'm your host, Usha Venkatraman, signing off. So have a wonderful evening and a beautiful day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.